Oh yeah. Bada boot and do squat. Bada boot and do squat. And I mean that a lot. There you are, people. You made it to part two. I don't know why there had to be a part two because I'm just, drunken in love, I guess. But I think that's what song we're at now. We're gonna try and cruise through this thing now, so it get too overblown. I'm still trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing. With my brain damage, give the guy a break. He's old, he's broken, but he's still drunken in love with Jesus. Actually, I never get drunk unless it's with the joy that Jesus brings, which I should meditate more. I can. Anyway, so we're drunken in love. I don't know if I probably afford a little more volume here so you can. Yeah, I love this. I love how the song starts with Alice speaking of getting up and pissing his pants upon seeing this beautiful woman who's drunk in the street, and Ozzy's most recent album, a year earlier with the opening track, talks about crapping yourself because he's gonna rock you so hard in some lyric. And I'm like, wow, it's like Alice and Ozzy have always been in sync. Sabbath and Alice. That's like the core of metal and hard rock and goth and shock rock and all that in one that come from those two bands. And it's funny that their careers have fallen in sync. Like, even in '86, where Ozzy's got the Ultimate Sin and Alice got Constrictor, ridiculous, cheesy, dated metal that we love if we grew up in that time. Maybe others should love it and not try and take it so seriously. It's not meant to be. So there's that. Drunken in Love. I love it. What else we got? We got Independence Dave. That's just a quick-witted romp through Alice's more comedic side. And wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. Yeah, I don't want to be making a fool out of myself with people. I'm doing this with nobody home, so I'm all crouched over trying to, rather than just adjust the camera for crying out loud. And so Independent Dave, I love the song. It's this side of Alice is certainly appreciated by me and many others. And Dave, that I got burned by a Dave in life, and unfortunately, and I'm not going to name the Dave, but I've never been apparently particularly close to any Daves, and any Dave I knew was sort of, but I'm sure there's very good, God-loving, or just regular, easygoing, decent people called Dave, but it's just like a Karen thing, like on the female prison thing aspect. So anyway, the song's really humorous anyway. So it's one of the better songs, I think. And what do we got here? We got "I Hate You." Not that I hate you because I love you. I mean, I hope you like me a little bit. Don't I know I annoy a lot of you, but don't have to hate me. But in any case, this is another original track from the four surviving members, I believe. Dennis Dunaway, Glenn Buxton, Michael Bruce, and Alice. And of course, and this is their second, offering to the overall studio album. And I think it's a strong release. I love the opening riffs. It's almost like you think you're going into a Slayer song, like the build-ups that Slayer did with their dual guitar work. The Alice band did a little of that because they had the rhythm in that lead. Early on, you could hear that. But some artists have stated that Rob Zombie, I think, said there's nothing you could do that Alice didn't do first. Just look anywhere in his career, And it is true about Alice. But in any case, I love that. I love it's a strong. Really, I would have liked something else. One more song, not only this, but just felt like if this is the only two riffs you're giving us for songs you're giving us from the original band, uh, we deserved a third because I like two serious songs from the band, just serious rockers, not even about serious subject. But this, at least nothing comedic, where this got thrown in with the comedic portion of the album. Anyway, so there you go with that. That's what you get when you get a little this and you take it with a little that. Ding a ding a do a baby baby blue. I could tell you this, but I'd rather tell you about the hang of the hoo. Of the next song is Wonderful World. Now, oh, I do love this song. Oh, I do love. Now everybody tries to compare this song with the Doors. Certainly, he's very much in love with the Doors and those guys. Those were his heroes. They helped him so much in his early days with the Alice Cooper group taking off in L.A. And but no, I compare this vocals that he does for this song to be more like Danzig. Whether Alice is aware of it or not, I'm sure he's not, because I'm sure he's aware of the Misfits and such, but not you know Alice does his own thing, but it just does come across more like Danzig to me than say Jim Morrison. Anyway, it's a good one of the darker songs in the album. It's slow, slithery, and sexy. Alice has always had that side about him, but like dark and sexy for not for me, especially now at 73 years old. God bless him. So there's that song. It's a high-ranking song on the album for me. And at the end, I want to do a quick list, run off of favorites and least favorites, so you have a basic understanding of how I took the album. So I don't know what songs is here. Sister Anne, excellent cover. I think he covered. It was also on Breadcrumbs, but he does re-record it for this album as he does the others. And it's a great MC5 cover. It crosses over into Alice Camp very well, marries well, and I think obviously you have MC5 members in the band, and early Alice members like Dick Wagner, I believe, not Dick Wagner, God rest his soul, but Steve Hunter, I believe, is on this album as well. Been with Alice on and off since '75, I believe. Anyway, so that's a great song. And then what else you got? What else you got is what I'm giving you right here. You takes is it, or you leaves is it. Don't leaves it, don't leaves it, takes it. It'll only take a second of your time. Creepy Uncle Alice is getting up in my brain here. Hold on now. Oh, where we are now is hanging on by a thread. This is the anti-suicide song that cuts close to my heart. Don't give up, because the suicide rate is up, and believe it or not, folks, you look it up, but it's highest among Japanese and Caucasian cultures right now, people. And of course, the left won't talk about it because they control the narrative, and they don't care much for us because only other color lives matter. Apparently, white lives can't even say white lives matter. What do you mean? That's white supremacy. What? I can't even, speak for my own people as well. It's like we're the only ones not allowed a voice. It's ridiculous, and he covers that twice on this album with this, with that weird song, "Our Love Will Change the World," and what's the other one? Oh, "Shut Up and Rock," which is another to the left, the cancel culture and all that. But I don't want to get too political on this because, God, oh my God, I'm a right-wing conservative white guy. No, straight even though I'm straight, and so I'm not allowed to. Or at least I practice a straight lifestyle. But no, we're not allowed to speak apparently. But I will get political on my stuff. It's just I think we're allowed a voice too, and I'm just going to be very open about my politics because I know they're good and they're of God. In any case, back to the sister. And what do we got here? Hanging on by a thread. Shut up and rock. Would you, Ray? Would you just shut up and rock? See, that's what this song's all about. Stop getting into your stupid politics. And just shut your frick up and rock. Would you? Let's just see here. Kramer! Hey, Kramer, you watching this? Alright, so Shut Up and Rock. It's perfect, Alice, what I think, what Alice brought to the table of rock and roll. this is like signature Alice. If anybody sounds anything like this, they're copying Alice, which is great. We're all copying somebody at this stage. Nothing's new under the sun. Um, but would I feel like I should be shutting up and rocking and not talking about the review with Alice yelling at me over here about shutting up. But so there's that. And then it ends with East Side Story, you know. And man, I mean, I never did like Bob Seger. I always respected him. I never listened to his earlier, you know, Amboy Dukes or whatever it was stuff. But I know this song. A lot of people do. And he was even wondering, you know, Alice came to Bob Seger by phone, I'm sure, and said I want, you know, wanted to talk about covering it. He wished him well with it, but he just thought, oh man, there's some mosquitoes around here. We're gonna have to control that. But yeah, we're close to still waters, unfortunately. We're all swampy area. Well, we're gonna have to take care of that. We're gonna get eaten alive. But a great way to end the album, and I love this freaking thing. You know, I would have rather more originals, of course. Wow, these things are monsters. Oh, it's like from that movie, The Mist, coming out here like that. But so rock and roll, I would have rather not covered it with you know, open it with a cover. But he does a sick job of it, and I do love Velvet Underground. Go Man Go. Couldn't believe it was an Alice Cooper cover. I mean, original, and wasn't original. It was very early 60s sounding, but something you would think, all right. Our love will change the world. I love the politics. Someone speaking for, you know, just conservative Christian view being allowed to be expressed, although it's white supremacist somehow. That's what they're throwing at us. I'm just throwing it back. Um, I love the changing world. Social debris, of course, I thought it was the closest thing to I'm 18 in a long time, and for it to be from the original band, I believe the drummer Neil Smith wrote it. Um, yeah, just killer. Thousand high heel shoes, a great representation of you know, Motown, and how Alice freaking rocks it. Hail Mary, that was a sick, you know, old school Alice meets, you know, Batman, Tim Burton style, as well as the album cover. Detroit City 2021, a third version of his own original song. I thought underrated, and I'm glad he got it the attention it deserves now. Plenty of it. Drunk and in Love, great blues track, so well done. You never think for a minute Alice is out of place on it. He floors it. Independent Staves, sick funny tune, just driving, good rocker, fast pace. I Hate You, sick, only other original band release, but loved it all all around. Wonderful World, one of my utmost favorites. Sister Anne, uh, very well done cover. Hanging on by a thread. I'm barely hanging on to this freaking review by a thread. Uh, one of the highlights. Shut Up and Rock, one of the absolute favorites. So I got about three favorites on here, absolute favorites, and I usually lean towards Social Debris, Shut Up and Rock, and you know, Independence Day, Wonderful World. That's four. Our Love Will Change the World, not so much. Our Love Will Change the World. I know that was on the part one review, but it's such a weird. I can't get it. It is creepy, not in the way you'd expect. But Alice is always throwing you curveballs. But all right, so that's it. I love the album. And this is about my probably 50th or more times listening to it. Oops, let me. Oh, hey, am I upside down? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out later in the show. So, anyways, love the album. I give it a 12 out of 10, and you know, it'll get you through these dark times. I tell you what. But so will Jesus, and the Lord is asking. You know, you pay attention, look up, because not only aliens up there, but he who created them and us. Looking for that sweet love. All right, God love you.